Austin Ward, the podcast.
Ryan, how would you describe that sequence right before halftime?
Yeah, it's something we spent a lot of time talking about. I think you guys have seen how much we've trying to get some of those 2-minute drills on the first few games, but that middle eight is important, and we felt like if we could get a stop there on the second down, we're going to call that timeout. We got to stop on that third down, called the timeout, and then it gave us an opportunity to take a shot at scoring. And I think we ended up getting the ball at the minus 40. I think if my memory's right on that. And then just some tremendous plays. The play by Jeremiah, and then we at least have a field goal there, so we got to play smart. And I thought Chip was aggressive, did a really good job of calling him. And Devin stepped up in a big way, came in for Will and delivered that throw. But I mean, what an unbelievable catch! I mean, I couldn't believe he caught it. Just a tremendous play. But then I thought we came out in the second half too, and continued that, because 28-7 at half, we wanted to get the thing to at least 35. And I think when you come out and you can get a 3-and-out, or I don't know if it was exactly a 3-and-out, and then get the ball back and score another touchdown. It just it flips the game, and I thought that was kind of where the game turned.
Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch, and then give it to Tim, please.
Ron, how do you explain the problems the defense had in the first half? They had averaging 10 yards a play well into the second quarter.
Yeah. When you look at the sum total of it all, 50 plays and 246 yards and 7 points, you come away and you say, geez, well, what a great performance. And certainly I thought we did a really good job of shutting them down, especially in the second half. But there's some things we got to look at in the film and figure out, kind of early on, like you said, some explosive plays in there that we got to clean up. I think that we were watching the film at halftime. We were close to getting to the quarterback with a couple things. We just needed to hang on coverage just a tick longer. But listen, they're a good team and they're well coached and they have good players too. But I thought we responded and made the changes appropriate, and in-game adjustments were solid.
Over to the right, Stephen Means, Cleveland.com.
Ryan, two things. One, Tyleek being available but not necessarily playing today. What happened with there? And then also, what was the evaluation with Will at halftime?
Yeah, Will's good to go. Just took a shot there, as you guys saw. Tyleek was available. He was going to be was available in emergency role. If we felt like we needed him, we were going to put him in the game. He was cleared, but felt like one more week, almost like the Donovan situation. One more week of rest, would get him to 100%, which we felt like was the right thing to do. If we needed to, we could have put him in the game. We decided we didn't need him.
Tim May on 3.
Yeah, just a general overview of how you feel about this game. First road game, first Big Ten game, winning by 38-7. And then, of course, the turnovers y'all forced and the stoppage there on a fourth down when they were deep in your territory. Just how much did those loom huge, I guess?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the turnover battle was huge in this game. And, if we don't get those turnovers, maybe it's a different game for sure. But that's the game. And, we got to make sure we're winning the situations. So, we'll take a look at the film and figure out where it's at. But I thought the atmosphere was excellent early on. I thought, they came out and played really, really hard. I think, again, Jonathan's doing a really good job of, putting his culture into and his thumbprint on the program here. You can see it going, and got a lot of respect for him and his staff. But I thought our guys responded well and had some really good poise. That was something that we talked about coming into the game, is having poise in the noise. Getting down in there. Some of those fourth down conversions are pretty clutch.
Dylan Davis, Delaware Gazette.
You talk about that poise. Will started off really well and maybe kind of hit a little rough spot, had a couple of passes that I'm sure he wants back. One, obviously, that he wants back. What was your assessment of just the poise that he showed and kind of settled down on that following drive and answered back right back? Yeah,
I mean, the biggest one was the interception. He knows. I mean, that was not a good play, and it could have cost us. So something to learn from. You just had to move on from it and work through his progression there. But when you're going through, learning a new offense and everything's going to be some of these growing opportunities and learning from those opportunities. So, but overall, I thought he was solid. He was poised, made some big throws, and then a couple tough runs in there that you can see what a difference it makes when you have somebody who can run.
Over to the left, Larry Lage, Associated Press.
What has allowed Jeremiah to at least match the expectations that came in for him so far?
His work ethic. He does it every day in practice. I mean, he just doesn't say a word, but works his tail off. his discipline, his humility. He loves being a Buckeye. You can tell just with the way he works with his teammates. And he's coming out of his shell a little bit too, which is great to see. But I mean, the talent speaks for itself. I just am impressed with the discipline and the hard work and being able to step in at such a young age. The only way you do that is if you go in and put the work in. And he came in with that work ethic. Brian's certainly taken it from there, but this is a special young man.
Over to the right, Rob Aller, Columbus Dispatch.
Yeah, Ryan, we talk about Jeremiah Smith and how special he is, but Caleb Downs on defense was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. What's it like to have when things are a little clunky? You've got a guy that can make NFL plays on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I thought Caleb played great tonight. Showed up in a big way on a bunch of different spots, and you can just see the acceleration, how fast he plays, and part of that is his athleticism, but another part is just the way he prepares. I mean, he prepares as hard as anybody on our team, and he was all over the place tonight, and he made a huge difference. And you said in kind of turning that point where they were moving the ball some, and he got us going a little bit back there, and those are some big plays, and I think it kind of felt like it turned the momentum for us on defense.
We're going to go 2 more questions for Coach, and then bring Jeremiah up. Spencer Holbrook, Lettermen Row.
Ryan, what does it say? I know you've already touched on it a little bit. What does it say about Devin to be able to come in and deliver that kind of pass?
That was a clutch play. It was a clutch play. He put it there, and we told him, if you have the opportunity to throw it, rip it. Only throw it where the receiver can catch it. He had a couple different options there. If nothing was there, just throw it out of bounds and kick the field goal. And he did that, and he gave him a chance. And so it was good. It was good to see him make that play in that big spot.
Cameron T. Robinson, The Athletic.
Ryan, 2 things on Trey. I know he kind of limped off the field after he got hit there and fumbled. Well, didn't fumble, but just kind of how's he doing? And then 2, just how much growth have you seen from him specifically in the pass pro side of things?
He had some great pickups, huge pickups. The one on the touchdown to Jeremiah and the touchdown to Emeka. And there was a couple more. He did a really good job coming across. I got to watch the film, but there's like 3 of them in particular. He came across and picked up some corner fires and did a nice job. That was big. He's becoming that all-purpose back that we all know he can be. And again, I thought they ran hard, but I mean, I think where we are right now is we're making progress, but we got a long way to go. And I think that our guys have that mindset. It was good to get this win on the road, first road win, good environment. But we know that the challenges are bigger ahead, so we got to get on this film and stay hungry and keep the journey going. But we're going to get back to work tomorrow, and we know that we got a really good Iowa team coming in here next week. They have had a week off, just like always. They're a very, very good team. Play complementary football, and so we know we got a big challenge ahead of us. So we got to have a great week of practice.
Last question for Coach Steve Hellwagon, 24/7 Sports.
Yeah, Coach, just want to ask you, the play calling, particularly there, the end around to Jeremiah, just feels like when you guys get into a bit of a spot, you guys have a wrinkle. You have something that's coming. Is this Chip? Is this you collaborating? Just what do you say? That one seemed to catch them really flat-footed on that play.
Yeah, no, it's everybody on the staff. There's collaboration, but Chip's got a great feel for the game and calling the plays, and it was always have some wrinkles in there. We got a few other ones that we held off on, but I think it's a balance of making sure that you have your fastballs where you're running downhill and you feel really good about them, but having enough curveballs that we can create explosive plays, and that's that balance you're constantly looking for. But we always want to try to find ways to get the ball to our playmakers in space, and we're going to keep trying to do that.
Coach, thank you very much.
All right, guys, thanks.
All right, folks, we're going to open up questions. We have Jeremiah Smith up here and also Emeka Abuka. We've got Joey Kaufman over here to the right, and then over to Andy. Joey.
Jeremiah, could you kind of walk us through your one-handed touchdown catch?
It was cover 2. Corner pressed me. Devin just threw a great ball, and I had to make a play. That's all.
Was that your favorite, or the
No,
other
that
one
wasn't
your
my favorite. The one before is my favorite one today.
Over to the left, Tim May, Lettermen Row.
Yeah, Jeremiah, was there a sense at that moment in the game, Devin comes in, that y'all need to do something special? I mean, what was the feel like on the field, with Will having to go out after getting hit? And then Emeka, your little outcut catch and turn up for the touchdown. Get to that in a second.
I mean, it wasn't I wouldn't say it was a different feel. I mean, we just had to go out there and continue playing football, even though Will went down. We all know we just had to make a play.
And have Devin come in there and throw a strike like that.
Yeah.
What does that say about him?
Just say that he's ready whenever his number was called. So, I mean, that's what it shows to me.
Over over to the, right in the middle, Andy Backstrom, Lettermen Row. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, fourth down, first and foremost, you know, the trust that our coaching staff has in us to be able to go for it on fourth down and not kick the field goal says a lot about this team. So we were happy to be able to, you know, go out there as an offense and execute on fourth down. But I mean, you guys can watch the replay, but Will put an amazing ball out there, really easy for me to catch and, you know, turn up the sideline. There really wasn't too much to it. It was a great ball. I didn't have to do much.
And we've been joined by Jordan Hancock as well, Andy Backstrom, Lettermen Row, and then Dan Hope.
Yeah, Mecca, what kind of poise did you see from Will today? You know, throws the interception, but bounces back, takes the hit, but bounces back. Just what did you see from kind of his resolve?
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of harping on it all week. When you go on the road, especially in the Big Ten, this is our first away game of the season. There's going to be adversity that strikes. It comes in different forms. It happened to be an interception early in the game, and Will was able to bounce back from it. I think this is something that we knew he would be able to do coming in, just being a fifth-year senior guy, having that experience under his belt, knowing that, you know, mistakes don't define you, and coming back and making a statement later in the game.
Go ahead, Dan Hope, Lettermen Row.
Mecca, you've been around a lot of great receivers here. What makes the guy sitting next to you special?
I think he has all the intangibles that you would want in a prototypical receiver. Obviously, he's tall, he's fast, he's strong, all these things, but just his ability to seek knowledge and want to be able to learn. You know, he doesn't necessarily have to listen to everything that I say or that Coach Hart says, but he takes in all this knowledge and he applies it on the field. So as his knowledge grows and his game expands, he's really going to turn into something special. So Buckeye fans can be excited for his next few years.
And Jeremiah, LeBron James is tweeting about you tonight. A bunch of Buckeye greats are tweeting about you. Just what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. Me just, you know, growing up, looking at you know, just watching LeBron and looking up to him and things that he was doing on the basketball side. So, I mean, it's pretty cool to me.
Over here, Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch.
Jordan, a couple things. First, your assessment of the defensive struggles in the first half. What was responsible for that? And then specifically the play where you stripped the ball or knocked the ball free. Kind of what are you thinking as that play is unfolding?
First half, first couple possessions, they were just moving the ball downfield a little bit, but we got a bend but don't break mindset, and we got to carry that into the game. And when 12 got the long pass, we work on that all week, just stripping the ball and making plays, and whatever the numbers call, you got to make that play. And we just work that all the time. So, yeah.
Stefan Krajcik, Cleveland.com.
Jordan, coach was saying that he felt like the defense was pretty close to getting to the quarterback a few times and it seemed like the coverage just needed to be there, you know, touch longer. Do you guys feel like, even, you know, looking back at it at halftime, do you feel like you guys are pretty close to, you know, having everything click, especially early in games?
Yeah, for sure. We haven't played our best ball yet. We're working on it constantly, keep on watching the film, going against very good receivers in practice. They're making us better, so we're getting better each and every week.
Rob Aller, Columbus Dispatch.
Jordan, what's Caleb bring to the secondary and the defense? Is he just a stabilizing force, or what do you think?
Stabilizing force is a great way to put it, but also on-field coach. There's a lot of questions that I ask him, and I'm continue to grow under him. So he's just felt like a whole different coach on the field, and that's exactly what we need in our secondary.
All right, folks, we've been joined also by Will Howard here. I'm going to let Jeremiah and Emeka go. We're going to move Cody Simon up here as well. I'm not sure we're going to get anyone else. Over here, Jeff Gilbert, Press Pros.
Will, the whole thing at the end of the half, Jeremiah makes a great catch from you, then the one from Devin. Just what was that like on the sideline to see that and see that happen?
I think that was the game right there, man. Like that series, you know, taking the ball down, and we talk about the middle eight all the time, you know, winning the middle eight. And that's, you know, the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 of the second half. And we exemplified that on offense. And I thought Devin did an unbelievable job of being ready when his number was called, man. That's competitive excellence. We talk about that all the time. And I really think that throw and that catch right there, you know, that those two made, like, that really sealed the game. And I think they kind of put him out of it, you know. And I think, you know, I'm just so proud of Devin for stepping in and being ready. And you know, you never know what's going to happen. And I go down with, you know, I just got the wind knocked out of me, and, you know, you got to come out for a play. So it is what it is. And I mean, he went out in there and made the play, and it was big time.
Over to the left, Austin Ward, the podcast.
Well, no, you were able to go right back in there. You said it was just the wind knocked out. You feel okay now? How do you think you're going to feel tomorrow?
Yeah, I might be a little sore tomorrow, but, you know, it's all good. It's football, man. It's part of it.
Over to the right, Cameron T. Robinson, The Athletic.
Cody, two things for you. Just kind of what was your read on that fourth down QB sneak stop? And then what do you think changed for the defense after that really first quarter and a half that helped you guys to kind of lock him down the rest of the way?
Yeah, no, we saw a little bit of how they would try to sneak some quarterback sneaks in if it was really fourth and short, third and short. So we had a quick adjustment for it, and everyone did their job, and it was a great play. So I'm just proud of my guys for stepping up and making plays and allowing me to make plays too. And then after that first quarter and a half, we wanted to rebite on just more aggressiveness, more violent, more assertive play. And I think especially the second half we came out with intent. So I'm just proud of our guys because it's not easy to come out here. Big Ten ball is not easy. So we came out here, try to as Will said, the middle eight was important. So we tried to come out violent and win that first 4 minutes, second half.
Andy Anders, 11 Warriors.
Yeah. Well, what's giving this team the success it's having on fourth down right now, do you think?
I think it's just belief, man. Like it really isn't anything else. Like we just go out there and execute. And, if we don't look at it like, hey, it's fourth down, it's just another play, man. Like we just go out there and execute and do our thing. And, Emeka made a great catch on that one, over route. And, G made a great catch on the other one. Like all I got to do is just put it in their hands, man. Let them do the rest.
Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch.
Well, what happened on the interception? It looked like you got some pressure, maybe threw off the back foot a little bit. What happened there?
Yeah, just bad decision. They went cover two there. We were expecting we wanted them to go some sort of man on that play. The play clock was running down. Ended up just kind of rushing a decision and forced it into there. And really should have just got backside and worked my spread, my spread concept back to the field. But that's something we can learn from. And I think the thing that I'm most proud of, and I said this last week, was that nobody batted an eye. And those guys, came over to me on the sideline. They're like, dude, you're fine. I was like, I'm not worried about it. Nobody's worried about it. We bounced right back, came right back down and scored. And I think that's the biggest thing, man. And mental toughness is moving, the ability to move on to the next most important thing. And I think we did a good job with that. But yeah, on that play, just the Will squeezed. I didn't feel him squeeze as much as he did. And I just forced it.
Got time for a couple more questions. Stephen Means, Cleveland.com.
Cody, you're probably one of the people you could ask this question to as one of the leaders. Given the way your guys' defense has played in the first half of the last two games, are you guys happy with the way you guys have played in the first half when you guys are going back and looking at the film?
I think the difference between this game and last game was just the attacking the ball, getting turnovers. I mean, we're never really satisfied. We let up way too many exploits, too many yards. I think that's our main focus really is just, getting those 3 and outs because that helps the offense out so much. That's just something we're just working on every day. Like every practice day, we're focused on getting the ball out, stopping the rushing yards. So we have a lot to build on. And I'm like, we haven't played our perfect game yet. And so that's what's exciting about it because we can really put it all together and then it could be something real special.
Last question from the left, Tim May, Lettermen Row.
Yeah, for Will Howard, as you guys leave this game offensively, what did y'all learn about yourself tonight? Obviously, some big plays were made on fourth down, et cetera. You and Devin both delivered some strikes when needed. What's just your overall take?
I think, we're resilient and, we can be explosive. And, I think we were able to hurt them in a lot of different ways. I think there was stuff that we had on the play sheet that we didn't even call that I think would have been really good too. And that's, that's the exciting thing is that there's more in store, man. Like we did not play a perfect game. I threw that interception. That was a bad play. That draw I want back. I wish I would have just taken my time on it a little more, gone to the right. There's just a couple things, here and there that coming out of that game, you're like, man, we won 38-7, but, against a solid Big Ten team on the road, it's not easy. And we, a win is a win and we're going to take it. But at the end of the day, there's always more to build on and improve from.
And final question, Joey Kaufman, Columbus Dispatch.
Well, when you guys go for it on fourth down and you're able to drop back and throw, how would you describe the level of trust you feel from a coach to have you not just maybe hand the ball off, but like look downfield and make the right read?
I love it. I love, when you feel that confidence from your coordinator, from your head coach, when they put the ball in your hand on fourth down and they say, hey, and we trust that you're going to make this play and we trust the O-line is going to take care of the protection and the receivers are going to run the routes and make the plays. And at the end of the day, like I don't think any of us even thought about walking off the field on any of those third downs. Like we were all out there and the mentality that brings, when we're just like, hey man, like we're going for it on these fourth downs, no doubt. Like it's just all of us are kind of in it together, and it gives you a sort of pride.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Cody. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll go Bucks.
Thank you very much. We'll see you on Tuesday.